Hello, my name is MalenaOsorio. I am a lawyer and I live in Peru. My ADX username is Maleos and my GitHub username is Malenao. This video was recorded in February 2026. In this presentation, I will analyze a real-world privacy and software security incident. The Louis Vuitton data leak reported in July 2025. This incident did not involve a publicly assigned CVE, but it represents a significant failure in the protection of personal data and user privacy. I chose this case for several reasons. First, it involves a globally recognized luxury brand that processes personal data from millions of customers worldwide. Second, the incident highlights how privacy risks can arise, even when financial data is not directly compromised. And third, from a legal perspective, this case clearly illustrates how technical security failures can trigger regulatory, contractual, and reputational consequences related to data protection obligations. For these reasons, the incident strongly connects with the themes covered throughout this course. In July 2025, Louis Vuitton disclosed that unauthorized parties had gained access to systems containing customer information. According to public reports, the exposed data included personal details, such as names, email addresses, phone numbers, and purchase-related information. Although the company stated that payment card data was not affected, the breach still involved personal data linked to identifiable individuals. As a result, affected users were exposed to privacy risks such as phishing attacks, social engineering attempts, and unauthorized profiling. From a technical standpoint, this incident represents both a software security failure and a privacy protection failure. On the security side, attackers were able to exploit weaknesses in system access controls, monitoring mechanisms, or configuration management. On the privacy side, the organization failed to sufficiently protect personal data entrusted to it by customers. This dual nature is important because privacy violations are often the downstream consequence of inadequate software security controls. The technology involved typically includes back-end web applications, customer databases, authentication systems, and internal administrative tools. These components are often interconnected and rely on proper configuration, access control, and continuous monitoring. If any of these layers are misconfigured or insufficiently protected, attackers may gain unauthorized access without immediately being detected. This reinforces the course concept that security failures often occur not because of a single bug, but due to multiple small weaknesses aligning. Even without access to financial information, the exposed data constituted a serious privacy threat. Personal details can be combined with other leaked or publicly available data to create detailed user profiles. These profiles can then be used to craft highly convincing phishing messages that appear legitimate because they reference real purchases or brand interactions. This demonstrates that privacy harm does not require financial loss to be significant or impactful. This case directly relates to several key concepts discussed in the course. One is privacy by design, which emphasizes minimizing data exposure and limiting access from the outset. Another is defense in depth, meaning that multiple layers of security should prevent a single failure from leading to a full breach. The incident also highlights the risks associated with large-scale data collection and long-term retention of personal information. Several measures could have reduced either the likelihood or the impact of this breach. Stronger role-based access controls could have limited who was able to access customer data. Improved logging and anomaly detection could have allowed the organization to detect suspicious behavior earlier. Regular penetration testing and security audits might also have identified weaknesses before they were exploited by attackers. From a privacy and governance perspective, organizations should continuously evaluate whether certain data needs to be collected or retained at all. Encrypting personal data, both at rest and in transit, applying the principle of least privilege, and conducting regular privacy risk assessments are all essential practices. Importantly, privacy should not be treated as a purely legal obligation, but as a core component of secure system design. In conclusion, the Louis Vuitton data leak illustrates how software security failures can quickly evolve into serious privacy incidents. Protecting user data requires not only technical safeguards, but also organizational awareness, accountability, and a commitment to privacy principles. This case reinforces a central lesson of the course. Privacy and security are deeply interconnected, and weaknesses in one almost inevitably undermine the other. Thank you so much.